Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. I've got builder's block today. What does that mean? It means I don't know what to build. I don't know what to do. I sort of want to work on my beach, sort of want to work on the mansions, sort of want to finalize my Bricklink orders, but I just have like no motivation or drive to do it. So I spent my morning just sort of cleaning up down here, sort of just hanging out, doing my thing. And then I was like, oh man, I should probably get ready for Saturday, March 18th, because at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, that's the time zone that I'm in here, we're going to be hosting another auction. We're going to be selling all of my excess figures to just try and raise some funds and hopefully clean up some of my excess stuff that I have laying around. Also, in addition to that, I'm going to be giving away 10 5.0 First Troopers for 100% free, shipped to the winner's door. So it's pretty cool because I'm going to be hosting a stream on Whatnot, and it's going to be whatever, 2 or 3 hours long, however long it is. And I'm going to be giving away 10 of these clone troopers, one at a time, every 10 minutes or so. So if you want to come hang out and potentially get a free clone trooper, then you can do that. Oh yeah, and in addition to that, I'm also going to be throwing in one of my sticker packs for any of the winners. I've got some really cool stickers designed and printed, and I've got a bunch of them on hand, and I want to include them with the clone troopers as well. So there's like 10 chances to win a cool clone trooper and some stickers. I'm looking for the stickers right now. I'll show you. For the life of me, I can't find them. I thought they were behind Batman. They're leaning up against the wall. But maybe they're in here? Oh yeah, there they are. It's funny, I put them on the back of this really cool old school base plate. Ooh, water plate. But seriously, am I ever going to integrate water like that into my Lego city? I don't think so. But hey, this is like a base plate from when I was a child. Pretty neat. But yeah, all of the Clone Trooper giveaways are going to be accompanied by a sticker pack. So you're going to get all of these stickers. Yeah, so 10 awesome giveaways on March 18th. That's a Saturday at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And if you come by the stream, you can bid on some of these minifigures because I'm going to be auctioning off some of these excess minifigures. There's all sorts of cool ones. There's like Star Wars ones, CMFs, all sorts of Minecraft, some Marvel ones, City ones, newer CMFs, Spaceman, T-Rex ones there, all sorts of cool ones. Ninjago, monochromatic ones, a big bag of battle droids, and just all sorts of cool minifigures here. And I'm going to be auctioning off a variety of these on that day as well. If you're not a member of Whatnot, you can join using my affiliate link and get a $15 credit off your first purchase. That's just a cool way to support the channel and join the fun. And also, you have the chance to win some of these clone troopers. So the other day, I was just browsing Bricklink, and I came across... Oh no, that bag's open. That's the worst. Jeepers. But I came across a Iron Man armory. So in here, there's some Iron Man minifigures. I should probably go through here and locate all the minifigures out of it. And it was like really cheap because it was used, right? So I bought this armory thinking that maybe I can change up my display of Iron Man minifigures, because currently all of my Iron Man minifigures are like down there in the entrance of the Avengers Tower. It's been so long since I've looked in there, and I can't really see all of these awesome Iron Man minifigures. So I was like, oh, well, maybe what I should do is acquire another one of these sets here and increase the size of the armory, and then try and collect a bunch of the Iron Man minifigures and put them in the armory, and then take that armory that's supersized, I've seen a lot of people do this, and put it on display with all of my other Marvel stuff. So then there's just like an Iron Man armory somewhere like popping up the side here or something, and all the suits of armor are on it, rather than hiding it in my Avengers Tower over there. Doesn't that make more sense? Ooh, we gotta find some stands for those figures. The issue with the bottom shelves is they just get so dusty. Like, look at that. People ask me, how do you keep your Legos so clean? It's like, is that clean? No, it needs to be dusted. All the sets need to be removed from the shelf, and they need to be dusted. Even the sets themselves are getting really dusty down here. Oh man, that's not good at all. But yeah, pretty good Marvel sets here. 2 Avengers helicarriers, Thor's hammer, the gauntlet. I still have to build the nano gauntlet. Still haven't done that. I don't know why. And then two Quinjets. Two shield Quinjets, I guess. This one, which is an older one. Must be missing some figures from that. It's not just those 3 figures, right? I don't know. I think Loki's like rolling around the Lego City or something like that. And these ones came from the newer Quinjet right over here. This Stark Jet is actually missing an Iron Man. I was trying to figure out where that Iron Man was, and I know where it is now. This is a cool one too with Red Skull. Pretty neat Hydra vehicle. The Iron Man, I was like, where did I put that? Like, why is it not there? It's actually in here on the wall. Right there. That's definitely the Iron Man from that set. And then there's some other minifigures that were missing. I was like, where did Captain Marvel go? There's her stand. But where did she go? This is the problem when you separate figures from sets. And it's like, oh yeah, she's flying up here on top of the Avengers Tower. And then there's a Thor there. It's like, I wonder where that Thor is from. I don't know. Maybe it's like, this is why I shouldn't be like separating all of this stuff. But it's fun to tell stories in the Lego City, but I sort of want to keep the figures with their sets, right? Because then it's a big guessing game as to where these minifigures disappear to. I also took the figures from the Guardians of the Galaxy ship and put them in front here as well. So sometimes people ask me if I ever get bored of Lego. And I respond, I mean, if I'm doing it for a long period of time, sometimes I can get bored and be like, I don't feel like building Lego anymore. But today, for example, I have builder's block. Like, I just don't feel like making a mess and building something custom or working on something custom just because I just don't feel like it. I just don't have like the brain power right now to build something custom. I'm sure if I got started though, I'm sure I would. But now I'm looking at these vehicles behind me here and I'm thinking I'm going to build these. That's going to be my next Lego project, is building the Speed Champions in this Ford GT. So I'm going to be doing that live and I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it all in one day and all in one live stream, but we're going to build all of these sets live here on the channel. I haven't decided which ones are going to be first yet, though. I sort of want to extract that Hall of Armor, but how am I going to do that? Like, this is a far reach from here. Ugh. And then over there from that hole, that's a far reach as well. How am I going to extract that? And there's so much chaos all around. Minifigures and stories and battles and buildings. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I don't feel like making a mess today, but I should get in there and extract that Hall of Armor and then start to build my new display with this Hall of Armor set right here. Yeah, that would be super cool. That sounds fun to me. So it's all a rumor at this point. I don't even know where these rumors come from, and I don't even know anything about it. It's not confirmed. I have no news and information. But apparently, we might be getting a new Avengers Tower. Darn, what do I do with that Avengers Tower? Because, of course, if there's an Avengers Tower coming out, I'm for sure going to get it, and I'm guaranteed that it's going to be better than that. And this Avengers Tower that I'm talking about, apparently rumored, is going to be like a big set, like the Daily Bugle or the Ghostbusters HQ. It's not going to be some tiny Avengers Tower like the others two that have come out. It's going to be a big set. So now I'm thinking, well, this is all right. It looks decent. Like, I don't mind it. But if there's a new one coming out, obviously it's going to be a lot better, especially if it's at a larger scale like the Daily Bugle or the Ghostbusters HQ. And if it does come out, maybe I'll get two of them and do the same thing that I did with the Daily Bugle and double it up. Wouldn't that be cool? But then I have all of these spare pieces, which are good pieces. They're like trans blue elements, so I'll be able to build something fancy for the Lego City using those pieces from that set. I located the best extraction point. Just had to remove a couple of modular buildings. Now I should be able to slide over the Avengers Tower. The top can easily be removed, and that will reveal the Hall of Armor in the bottom. Look at all those cool suits of armor hiding in there. Like, those are super neat. I don't want those stowed away in there. We gotta pull that out. Look at that. That's so cool. That should be on display somewhere. The issue is these actually acted as support pillars for the larger tower. So I don't know if this is going to be able to support that upper portion of the tower. I guess I'll find out. I also went through and popped out some other suits and also like Ultron and stuff. Pretty neat figures in there. Wow. Honestly though, like I never really got around to decking out the interior of this thing. It's sort of lame in there, to tell you the truth. But still, you can't really see that from afar, can you? Hey, there's a cool couch. Oh, there's a Hulk. Oh, nice. There's Hulk on the couch in there. Okay, that's neat. He's just lounging, I guess. Look at that, though. I didn't even know I had these. I'm really excited about building a new display. That's awesome. So I rummaged through all the pieces, extracted all the minifig pieces and all of the pieces to build like the docking stations for the suits. And all these blue pieces here are actually a spare Igor that I'll have as well, which is like the big blue suit from Iron Man 3 that holds up that giant structure, just a beast of a suit. I know this doesn't make sense because not all of these are Iron Man. Some of them are Ultron and whatever the heck these things are. But hey, that looks pretty cool. We've got 21 docking stations now. This one won't fit on a docking station, but isn't that neat? That's so cool. We've got 21 suits of armor there. Oh man, and now I wanna search Bricklink and get more Iron Man suits and try and make that all unique and maybe have the full collection one day of all of the Lego Iron Man suits ever produced. And just have this thing with like 40 docking stations. That would be so cool because the docking stations themselves are actually fairly basic, and I'm sure you can order those pieces, and I'm sure they're cheaper to just order the pieces than continue to buy those sets. But I found that one for a good price and figured I'd pick it up just to get those additional pieces to create that. And now also if I have some duplicate figures that don't necessarily need to be in the collection, they can go in the city or they can join the other figures on the table over there, which will be selling on Whatnot. That's pretty cool though. Hey, I want to place it over here. But you know what? I'm too stoked on it to just put it on the bottom shelf. Not that I'm not stoked on these sets. They're pretty cool. I put it right up here. Isn't that neat? Look at all the color, and the minifigures are just so well displayed. And I actually want to do more displays like that for all of the minifigures that I want to continue to collect. Not that they look bad on the wall over here, but I just find they get mixed up so you can't really see them that well. For example, you got Looney Tunes by Muppets and Muppets by Disney and Marvel and Simpsons and Lego Movie and Harry Potter. So if they were on their own displays, it just look a lot better. Oh, look at that. There's some Iron Man suits. Cool. And some other stuff like Loki. I never even knew that was on there. Pretty neat. But eventually I actually want to change this to, I want to bring the minifigures probably like to the top, and then shift the play button and the Lego logo, because I want to have a gray background here that's all studs. So when I film reviews, it's a really neat background of Lego studs. I just think that's going to be really neat. Right now I do all my reviews like here. It's rather colorful, so if you have a colorful set, it's almost too much color. And I think the gray background will just better display those sets during reviews. Yeah, some other stuff I've been doing this morning is rather boring. I'm on the computer here, so this is my Bricklink back end here where I have all my different wanted lists. You can see I've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4 at the top there. That just keeps them at the top when I'm doing the auto buy function. These are the 4 wanted lists that I'm working on. So we've got the bowling alley, second floor. We've got 10 birch trees from the bookshop, like the ones in front of the bookshop modular building. I'm building 10 of those. You can see I've got 91% of the pieces from that. And then I'm doing 3 trees times 10. The A-frame cabin. So we're going to have 30 trees from the A-frame cabin. I've got 86% of those pieces already ordered through Lego, so that's good, but I've got to order the remainder through Bricklink here. And then I've got some pieces on order here for my garage as well. That's for the garage in the mansion. So I'm just sort of going through this and also adding some pieces to my default wanted list just to make sure I have all of the pieces. So when I place these Bricklink orders, everything's there. It's just sort of like meticulously going through and ensuring that all of these pieces are correctly ordered. And something else you can do is just click buy all, right? And the reason I have the numbers on them, 1, 2, 3, 4, is so that they're on the top of the list here. So now I know, okay, these are the ones that I need to tick off. They're on the top of the list because this is alphabetical. I can apply that, and now I can do the auto select function or select my favorite sellers that are populating on top of the list here more efficiently. So it's just some other behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing here today, just sort of working around it and trying to get these parts all lined up so when I actually get around to placing these orders, all of the pieces are included in them. So I'm not like, oh darn, I forgot to order these from my default wanted list or something else from this list here. I just making sure that all my I's are dotted and T's are crossed for these orders. So Benjamin, what are we doing today? Are we partying? We are doing a course called Infant CPR. It is going to be tremendously fun, but very important, because if you ever choke on a carrot or something, not that you're going to be eating a carrot anytime soon, we're going to know what to do in an emergency situation, Mel. Yeah, so it's important. So that's part of the excitement in my afternoon today. Infant CPR course. Awesome. So I was hanging out with Jose before this class, and I was like, hey, you want to build the Speed Champions? And she's like, sure. And I was like, you can do this one. Look at all those stickers. Oh my gosh. She's the perfect candidate for the job. That is insane. That's so many stickers. So the CPR thing went well, and the kids are sleeping, thank goodness. Bricksie the father is going to have a discussion with you in one moment, but first, think about this. Wouldn't it be neat to have a display with all of the Iron Man suits and that giant Hulkbuster and the smaller Hulkbuster that they released recently, plus another Hulkbuster, which is somewhere in the display? Oh, it's right there. Wouldn't that be cool to have like all the Hulkbusters together with the Iron Man suits and maybe that Iron Man helmet, which is up there by the minions, and then all of this other Marvel stuff? Boy, oh boy, that would be neat. Jose's still working on that Porsche up there. Thank goodness. That sticker sheet is unbearable in my opinion, but I have decided that I'm going to be building the 2023 Speed Champion sets here right away, and I can't wait to integrate those on the display with all of the other sets. However, this table probably needs to go. Okay, so today's March 14th. That means the twins are 7 months old. I have been a father for 7 months. Oh my gosh, this has been the most emotionally, physically, psychologically draining experience of my life. Like, I don't really mention it that often. Maybe on like live streams I do, but like, boy oh boy, it has been a difficult ride. Wow, it's insane. You know what I mean? Like, the kids, putting them to sleep is a nightmare, okay? They don't like to sleep. And we're doing something what we call sleep training right now. So it's where you put the kid down drowsy and they fall asleep on their own, because you're not supposed to rock them to sleep, or you're not supposed to feed them to sleep, which is way easier. But if you do that, then they expect that and they want to be fed to sleep or rocked to sleep for an extended period of time in their life. So you don't want to get in that habit. So we're trying to break that habit as best we can, but by golly, our kids resist sleep in the worst way possible. They do not want to go to bed at night, and they do not want to go to bed for their 3 naps throughout the day. Oh my gosh, it is the hardest thing. For example, we started putting the kids down at 5:45. So we bathe them, we feed them, we read them a book, we put them in their sleep sacks, and then we try to put them to bed. And it's now 8 o'clock and they finally went to bed. Every night, it is just an absolute psychologically like draining, emotionally draining thing, because most things in life you can just be like, yeah, I can fix that, I can do that, I can do this, whatever, I can do that, but like I can't do it. Like, I can't get these kids to sleep properly. And that also is the same case for their naps that they're supposed to be taking 3 times a day. They just don't want to go to sleep. It's brutal. And then they get over, if they don't go to sleep, then they get overtired, and then they get cranky, and then life is absolutely chaotic. And when they go down for naps, the most they ever sleep for is half an hour. It is outrageous. It is just so hard. And then when you do get them down to bed at night, each kid wakes up approximately at this point in time 3 times a night. So you're dealing with 6 wake-ups throughout the night. So between 8 and 6 a.m., you're dealing with 6 wake-ups. It is intense, man. Like, it is so hard. We spend so much time with these kids all day, every day, because it is something that requires 100% of your attention all the time. And there's only 2 of us, and there's 2 babies, right? So it is very difficult. It's not like you can just say, I'm not going to take care of the kids today. It is the only thing in life that is 100% constant, has to be dealt with every single day for the last 7 months, no matter what, 24/7. Like, it is crazy. You got to feed them, change them, do all the laundry, feed them, like now they're eating a little bit of purees and solid foods, feed them 3 times a day, make sure they're clean, bathe them. Oh my gosh, like the amount of work that goes into it is insane. And like, just like the drain of it, sometimes you're like questioning, you're like, why did we do this? Why did we have kids? What would life be like without kids? Like, how are we going to get through this? But in the end, you're like, these are my kids. I love them. We're going to get through this. We're going to make things work. And in the end, it's going to be much better. But you don't want to wish time away either, because you find yourself doing that as well. There's my rant about kids. And that wraps up this video because I'm exhausted. Even though it doesn't seem like I did much today, believe me, there's always stuff going on in this house with 2 kids. It is insane. Thank you so much for coming on by. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a while.